Who the hell paid $4.5 million for a cyberpunk in this market? That article, as well as CBDCs for cross-border payments, what countries are now jumping in and saying enough's enough? We have to get our pricing and our payment system in line. Welcome to OG Crypto and NFTs. My name is Troy, and every day, Monday through Saturday, we go over the latest news in digital assets, cryptocurrencies, as well as NFTs. Now, before we jump into this, we're growing our channel here. Hit that subscribe button. Boom, boom, boom. Also, if you like our videos, hit that like button, smash it. Let's get this whole shadow band off of me, and let's get notified by that notification button when I drop these on a daily basis. Now, let's jump right into it. First article here says Israel, Norway, Sweden central bank partners with BIS to explore CBDCs, central bank digital currencies for payments, guys. And it says the Project Icebreaker initiative aimed to improve cross-border payments by reducing costs and increasing speed and transparency, with the final report expected in Q1 of 2023. Well, all I know is that we're seeing that this is a huge liquidity crisis throughout the entire world. What's the way to get rid of the liquidity crisis? It is to have cross-border payments to be instantly settled or within seconds, and then have all the money being transferred at the same time and the same note. So with that being said, you know, and I know that there are several different companies out there that can do it and that are already partnered with BIS. One of them is XRP and the Ripple Labs. Guys, that's one of the biggest companies in the world. They've been around for 10 years. This just oozes that they have their little hands on all these things, especially cross-border payments. That's what they started out as. That's their forte. I suspect that they are all up into this partnership. Next article says UAE Minister of Economy opens up new headquarters in the Metaverse. Are you kidding me? Now governments are opening up in the Metaverse. There's no denying it. I can sit here every single day and I'll get a comment like yesterday in my comment section in a video, and they'll say NFTs are scams. Guys, the Metaverse is here to stay. NFTs are here to stay. I'll have a use. I went over a few months ago on my Saturday opinion piece. I went over what the use cases, future use cases of NFTs are. And now we're seeing governments now just getting themselves in the Metaverse. We're seeing actual cities now digitizing themselves. This is crazy, and I really look forward to seeing what they have to do, especially United Arab Emirates, man. They have money to make this look totally clear. They already have boats in their dock, right? They're already ready to power boats, right? They're ready to party, you know, in the Metaverse. So, all right, next article. I'm going to bring in, this is our NFT section, bring in my producer, Emmy. She is the NFT guru. I did call her that today. Let's go mark that. Today is September 28th. Emmy, how are you doing?
I'm great. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. So I noticed that you had about $5 million laying around. Mm-hmm. Were you the one that bought this cyberpunk or CryptoPunk? Excuse me.
You know, he's pretty cute, but he's not really my type.
What? you don't like some digitized monkey?
Not today.
I mean, you get some change back off a $5 million bill.
No, this one was not me.
That's not you. Okay, I just want to make sure. Wow, we're in a down market. You know, we saw yesterday, we reported that most of the the NFTs were down 99%, mm-hmm. but some guy pulled up $4.5 million for this CryptoPunk. Yeah. Tell me what you think about that.
Oh,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Let me ask you the first question. Yeah. Would you date him?
I guess.
I guess. He's got a CryptoPunk. Come on.
Got almost 5 mil laying around to play with on a CryptoPunk, so I would at least entertain the idea.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So tell me what you think about this.
This is wild. I feel like we're seeing more and more stories like this. They keep telling us, crypto winter, bear market, hide for the hills. And yet we keep seeing, $1 million NFTs, $1 million being purchased.
Right. So yesterday we went over what was it $500,000 LeBron James NFT?
Yep. Yeah.
Right? That's nothing compared to this.
Yeah.
That's not even, this is not the LeBron James monkey picture.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
yeah, so the LeBron James one that Troy is referring to was a video taken of him slam dunking in the game, 500,000, pretty crazy. So
Top shots, yeah.
Yeah, when you think of this, a digitized monkey selling for almost $5 million, it kind of blows your mind, and it also makes me think that we don't really understand the market that we're in.
Right. Well, I mean, there's 10,000 CryptoPunks, right? Mm-hmm. But that was a one-of-one LeBron we went over yesterday.
Right? That's like crazy.
A LeBron James superstar, LA Laker superstar. And then you look at this and you're saying that doesn't make...
A made-up character picture.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Digitized.
Right,
digitized.
Yeah. It's
yes. Now, I'm not doubting that, CryptoPunks were the very first ones that come out. I'm not doubting any of this. But when it's all said and done, it's just a picture that you could do on your own computer. Mm-hmm. But I don't know if you could slam dunk like.
But it's also like saying a Birkin bag from Hermes is just worse.
But look at that. What would you rather have?
I mean, obviously the Birkin bag, but still, there's arguments to be made. You know what I mean?
Right. There is an argument made.
It's very interesting.
I just don't know that I would just blow 4.5 million.
I don't have a Birkin bag sitting in my closet, so I completely relate to the feeling.
Okay.
But Birkin is still appreciating faster than gold.
That's a good point.
It's interesting.
It's probably appreciating faster than most of the world currencies that are out there. They're all falling apart.
Crazy. It's so crazy.
All right. Next article.
You read this to them?
Frida Kahlo drawing was destroyed to make NFTs. Now, you brought this to my attention. Please tell us about this.
Yeah, absolutely. Scoot in for a little bit more. So Frida Kahlo is a Mexican artist who's incredibly famous for her paintings. She did a lot of self-portraits as well as like landscapes, some of them.
Okay.
So Frida Kahlo is very, 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 very famous. Like if you have ever been to a Mexican art museum, you've probably seen one of her works.
Okay, wow.
So she's very prominent Mexican artist. She became so famous that for the last like 4 years, I've seen people dressing up as her for Halloween.
Wow.
That's like she's very famous, very well known. There was a movie about her life. I want to say Selma Hayek starred in it as her. I want to say it was Selma Hayek. But okay, so back towards this. So this entrepreneur guy threw a party, and then he burned what was believed to be an original Frida Kahlo.
What he claimed was.
What he claims is an original Frida Kahlo art piece. So there's a lady who sold this actual art piece. But there was a lady who sold the actual art piece that was, in question and burned. She said in 2013 she sold it to a museum, and then 2014 I want to say she sold it to a private collector. Since then she doesn't know of it being sold, so there's no proof that this guy actually bought this artist or this painting. But what he's trying to say is they're going to be making NFTs, and it's supposed to help children. That's like the whole point.
Okay.
But he basically did like this big stunt to get eyes on it.
Right.
Yeah. So
is this illegal? Is this a national treasure?
Yeah. So that's another thing that they were bringing up, is that if it was an original artwork, they could possibly arrest him because he's burning something they consider a national treasure. You're not allowed to burn things from, artists, or it'd be like someone trying to destroy like, the
Constitution.
Yeah, or Declaration of Independence, something like that. It would be like someone trying to destroy one of our as a media stunt. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So kind of crazy. They're saying that if it was the real piece of art, it would be worth possibly upwards of $10 million. Other people are saying that's completely inflated price, but either way, this is a really big topic in.
Wow, this is crazy.
Super crazy.
Next article, which is very interesting here.
Yeah,
I know that a lot of kids out there are not into NFTs, especially gamers. They think it's all a scam. But guess who is jumping into it? It says Epic Games Fortnite becoming the first functioning metaverse wow, they're against NFTs. Most kids don't want nothing to do with the metaverse, even though it looks pretty cool. Ready Player One was a great movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was a really good movie.
And and they're kids and they're playing that, right? It's kind of crazy. But we're starting to see now the gaming industry really, who's been resistant towards, crypto and the metaverse and NFTs, are starting to embrace it now, which is I think is very cool. I don't think it's going to take some time personally, but I think ultimately it will be something where instead of renting or leasing or whatever, different parts of like a gun or whatever accessory, now you own that accessory, right? Through NFTs.
I think this is super fascinating. You and I are not gamers. We're not in the gamer space, but we recognize how much money that industry makes.
Right.
And as well as the possibilities that gaming and Web3 have when they combine forces. It's kind of wild if you think about it. And I think we're going to continue seeing big conglomerates FOMO into Web3.
Right.
Because we saw Nike do it and how much money they made. We saw Tiffany, the NFTiff and CryptoPunk, that blows my mind.
Yeah.
How they put it out, it made a crap ton of money, and then it made all these headlines, and that's it.
Yeah. It just becomes another, it's almost a collectible that you don't hear about anymore, right?
Yeah.
It's like, and somewhere, I go back one more time to that Top Shots, LeBron James for $500,000. Let's take, that was actually printed a year and a half ago, and it only made the top 10 because it's NBA NFT. Yes. Otherwise, we wouldn't have heard about it.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's super interesting, and I'm really curious to see what something like that LeBron NFT would create for the owner when it comes to licensing and what you could really do with it on the money end. So I can't wait to see what adoption is going to continue with and the use cases these NFTs are going to have and how it all develops. This
is fantastic. We could sit here every day and we're like wondering what is next. Really, that's it.
Yeah.
Every day, if some name comes out, I won't know what that name means, and she'll say that's a high-end fashion.
I'm just
high-end bags.
Freaking out, screaming at the computer, and Troy's like, "What's wrong with you?"
Yeah, because you couldn't even imagine that all these companies are just adopting it so quickly, right? It's not even like it's taking years. It's the adoption. And if you really talk about NFTs and the metaverse to people, it's probably 1 or 2% of the world even knows about this, by the way.
Or can really understand what's being said.
Right. Well, 1 or 2% probably understand. 5% of the world even knows about it. 10% just even heard of it, right? Just like basically, I heard of it. I have no clue what that means.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And the only, and I have to keep going back to Ready Player One, the movie, for them to even grasp the concept. So, well, thank you guys very much for joining us today. We appreciate it. If you have any comments, please leave it below. Otherwise, we will see you tomorrow.
Bye.